Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's post-match pint show. The only West Ham United post-match pint fallout show on the internet. You like that one, didn't you, Tom?
I did, mate, yeah.
We have just got back from Selhurst Park. It was Crystal Palace 2, West Ham 2. Fuck knows how, but Scott, take us through that starting lineup, mate, and we'll get straight into this game because we've got a lot to say.
Yeah, right. Joe Hart coming in goal for Adrian, which we all knew was going to happen. Zaba coming for Byram on the right. Obona, Font, and Czech at the back.
Reed was injured, wasn't he?
Yeah,
late injury.
Yeah, late injury. Creswell continued on the left. In the middle, Noble kept his place. I think we played sort of a 4-3-3, a 5-2-3 sort of formation. So it was Noble and Fernandez with Lanzini, Hernandez and Ayew as sort of the attacking three. So, interesting choices.
Yeah, Czech at the back.
To be fair, I see why...
Personally, I think that's his best position, for me personally, but...
Or just in front of the back.
I can see why he done that, especially with Reed being out. Bonner, you couldn't drop a Bonner, I thought, after Wednesday.
Ayew for me had to start.
Yep.
Today,
totally
after
agree.
Wednesday.
Yep.
And, let's get into the game. Where do you want to start with this one, Scott, eh? Well, Tom?
Well, we started well, mate. I mean, obviously, it's a game of 2 halves, really, and we had the better of the first half. And, it was really, really good. Like, we started really good. We played good. And our problem this season has been, obviously, we haven't scored enough goals in the first half. And we scored 2, you know.
We was in control, weren't we? New kit as well. Wearing the third kit.
Yeah.
Like Man City's Zabaleta felt right at home, didn't he?
No,
do you know what? We controlled the game, I thought. We played well. Palace were always going to be a threat. It was never we was all buzzing after Wednesday. Everyone in the pub was saying 3-0, 4-0. I didn't think it was going to be that open. It was going to be a close game.
Yeah, that's it. They were always going to be hard to break down. You know, their tails were up in a way. You know, the last 2 home games they beat.
That's it. I was just about to say that. You got to remember they beat Chelsea at home last Premier League game, so it was always going to be tough today. But we controlled the game, I thought, and then literally we went in front.
Well, we went in front. In my mind, I thought they should have had a penalty before we went in front.
Yeah, you said that. I mean, where we were sitting, we had a poor view, didn't we? Like,
I didn't think it was, mate.
As I said, a pullback?
But to me, anywhere else on the pitch is a foul.
Was it a pullback?
No, I don't think. I think he
like
went for the ball. People were saying he ran into him, but anywhere else on the pitch, from my point of view, it looked like a free kick. Anywhere else on the pitch,
he hasn't given it as a foul, right? He hasn't given it as a penalty.
So he's got to put the
player for diving, then, hasn't he? Yeah. So the referee is ballsed up in all areas there. And he was bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was pretty bad. I thought the linesman was pretty bad. He missed a couple of offsides. I thought down our end.
To be honest, I couldn't see Berry. I couldn't see much in the first half up the other end. When the ball was up our end, I could see it up that end. It was like...
Yeah, it's a difficult game to really talk about because the view at Palace is always bad. And unless you're in that first row, anywhere past 10 rows, you can't see
Just do everyone a favour, Palace fans as well. Knock that poxy stadium down and rebuild it properly.
Or just knock that stand down.
Just knock that stand down. It's fucking ridiculous.
It is a poor view. But
for a Premier League club that's been... they've been in and around the Premier League for the past 10 years. I know they've been up and down, but that stand is ridiculous.
Yeah,
it is. I mean, it's like our old West Stand with the pillars in. It's pathetic. The Premier League club, demolish the fucking thing and rebuild it, will ya? Fuck's sake.
Just demolish Palace.
I don't mind going Palace, though. It's a decent away day.
I do like Palace.
It's a decent away day, but fucking sort that stand out.
I mean, we go 1-0 up. Great finish.
Creswell
crossed it in. It was Hernandez on the outside of his foot. Mm-hmm. I see the goal, but when I watched the replay, I didn't realise it was a great finish.
Yeah, very
great goal from Hernandez. And
what
just what he needs
to do, isn't he?
I was saying before he scored, he's done absolutely nothing.
No,
but that's what they're like. These world class
That's
players.
what he's like. You know,
he comes up and pops that away.
Yeah,
all's forgiven. Really,
he was
non-existent the first.
He's got it in his locker, isn't he?
Yeah.
See, this is what my worry was at the start of the game when the starting lineup was announced. That we didn't have Carroll.
Yeah.
Carroll didn't have a good first half against Spurs.
Didn't have a good second half.
No, he didn't have a good second half. But again, if he weren't there, that second goal don't happen.
No.
In my mind, the third goal don't happen because they're so worried about defending Carroll from a set piece that Bonner runs free. And I just thought starting with that sort of front line of Lanzini, Ayew, Hernandez, there's no height. And all we did in the first 10-15 minutes was go long.
The problem is when you start with them up front, you need players in the middle that are going to play it on the floor. You
And
can't
your
go
wing
long
backs-
balls
your
to
wing
them,
backs
can
have
you?
got to get the balls in
And,
across that box.
You know, Noble for me today, he was spraying passes. A few he got caught out on, but overall, I didn't think he had a bad game today. There was people behind us slagging him off, but I think they're just anti-Noble fans.
He didn't do any worse than any other player
Nah.
on that pitch. But this is my thing. When you're playing with that smaller top three, players like Font, Font looks to go long so often. I said this in a preview. When you look at a Bonner wants to bring the ball out the back.
He's a ball-playing defender, isn't he?
Check
Ogbonna?
playing at the back, wants to bring the ball out. Font is no nonsense, get it out. Do you know what I mean? And when Carroll's there, you can afford that luxury. But I just thought
in the first half, he done 2 really good interceptions. I
Yeah,
thought.
super.
Yeah,
I
played
know
well.
I'm not criticising
No,
the way
I'm
Font
just saying,
played,
no,
but
yeah,
I
but
just
yeah, I know
think
what you mean,
if you're playing
Yeah, I
with
know what you mean.
that small attacking
Looks like he's
lineup,
injured now, though, doesn't it?
yeah, I know, which is a bit of a worry, especially with what was wrong with Reed. Do we know?
I don't know.
Don't know, mate. But yeah, again, we were discussing this before the game. Reed's injury record goes unnoticed, mate. I mean,
Yeah, he's up there with Sacco and Carroll, isn't
he is
And it's always
poor,
around this time. Isn't it?
he? He wants to do
Yeah,
his
we're
Christmas
back in New
shopping.
Zealand.
Exactly,
He
yeah.
must get it in the ear from the missus.
Back home.
We're going Christmas shopping.
Yeah, was that-
Yeah,
was that
I was
New
an
Zealand?
Aussie or Kiwi, I don't fucking know.
To be honest, I think he want to get fit because they've got playoffs coming up, haven't they, New Zealand? As well,
And the
so
thing
he'll
is
be
as
back
well,
for
like
that,
we've
so.
got some tough games coming up. We've got Liverpool next week, but
Is it Liverpool then the international break? in
international
Watford?
break then, yeah. But look,
No, 2-0 up.
yeah, I'll tell you
Mate,
what. I mean,
when he turned for that, and he rung, and then he sort of turned inside again, turned in a bit again, didn't it? And I thought, pass it, are you? He's had a shot.
see, I went out.
It's got in, mate. What a shot!
I went out for a piss and to get a beer, and when you stand at Palace, all I could see was Joe Hart, and we heard that West Ham scored. Obviously, like there was loads of us out there, and we just see Joe Hart's reaction. And you can see from his reaction, it was a good goal. And then I literally flicked on Twitter, looked at someone uploaded it, and I thought, fuck, where's it? What a week he's had.
Yeah.
He's our top goal scorer.
Yeah.
Only 5 goals.
Yeah,
Assists as well.
Good
Assists.
finish.
5 goals, assists. I mean, it gets a lot of criticism, but
I think he's got to start up front, mate. I think that's his position.
that was a player playing with confidence.
confidence, yeah, and that's all you need as a football player.
Bit of confidence.
It don't matter what level you're at. You have a good game, you take it into the next game, you take it into the next game. It's all about confidence and things like that. And him getting 2 goals on Wednesday night against Spurs and then getting a goal today, he's got to start against Liverpool.
Yep,
You've
exactly.
got to start him. You
Exactly.
can't drop him now.
No.
Just like Joe Hart. I mean, I love Adrian. I think Adrian's a great goalkeeper. But Joe Hart proved today why he should be our number one.
Yeah.
The saves that he pulled off.
Mate, that in the I think Tompkins header, and then
Yeah.
they hit the ball at him, and it didn't know anything about it.
That was
It in
just
the
a
right
reaction
place.
save, wasn't
and
it?
Literally, he was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I realised it went over for.
Tompkins
a
was
goal,
like a bit of mixed emotions for Tompkins today because we all started off singing his name and then I think it all kicked off and he was proper giving it to one of our players, Ogbonna, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Ogbonna, and then the fans sort of turned on him a bit and he almost scored
Yeah.
Yeah.
just before half time.
It's amazing that he actually nearly done something. Look, he's a West Ham boy, but I'm glad we sold him. I don't think he's that good. Don't think he ever was that good.
We go into
Wash your mouth out.
half time, don't we?
2-0 up.
Everyone's buzzing.
And this is the thing,
Great half.
2-0 up, playing good football, 2 good goals, Palace were poor.
Cresswell's injured.
Yeah, Creswell went off injured. And we're all standing there at half time and we're like, oh, we can win 3 or 4. And then all that's in the back of my head is, we was 2-0 down to Spurs and we come back and won 3-2. Palace can do the same.
Of course he could.
And I was thinking to myself, yourself, after half time we come out, you think to yourself, the first 10, 15 minutes is the most important time. The next goal, when you're 2-0 up, the next goal's more important. You go 3-0 up, game over. 2-1, you got a game on your hands.
Yep.
Don't concede in the first 10, 15 minutes.
6
Scott,
minutes.
what happened there?
Yeah, we just never come out, did we? We just did not come out for the second half.
And what is Ogbonna doing for that, mate?
Exactly, yes.
I thought he sort of pushed him down with his hands, but apparently kicked him with his leg. I mean, he tripped him up or something, didn't he? Was in one part. Stupidity, mate. It's going nowhere.
Exactly, you can't. The way that he gives away that penalty, and again the way we started that second half, there's no justification for it. I don't understand how you can. We didn't start well in the first half, but we got into the game and we were the better side at the end of the first half. How you can't then bring that consistency back out at the start of the second half? They were shocking.
This is what I'm saying.
Complacent,
It
mate.
comes down to
Complacency.
it comes down to the manager and the captain. I mean, Noble should have been in there geeing them up, which I can imagine he was. But Bilic as well. We should have said, look, second half, boys, go out there, same again. Don't drop your heads, bang. And they
0-0
come out,
half-time, I
they
should
0-0.
say.
They come out a totally different team.
Yeah.
They should act like it's
They
0-0, you've got to
came
win the
out
second
the
half.
team that turned up first half against Spurs.
Yeah.
You know, or it was that attitude. We've got this in the bag now.
So after
And
they scored, bear in mind they hit the post as well, didn't
Yep.
they? Do you remember that? They
not
hit the
long
post.
after.
Yeah.
They hit the post.
And I mean,
And their tails were up then, didn't they?
Kabay scored the penalty, and I mean,
No, it wasn't Kabay. I thought it was Kabay, mate. It was
it?
no, it was what's the number 4? It's a funny name. I thought it was Kabay, but it wasn't. It wasn't Kabay, mate.
wasn't it?
No, it wasn't Kabay who scored their penalty. Trust me.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely sure. It was.
Should we find out? Dan, who scored their penalty?
Seth knows his name.
Someone look that up.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was.
Whoever.
Nick Giovanni.
Oh, the other centre midfielder.
Whoever scored. Well, we done well to keep Kabay quiet anyway. Right.
Yeah, but look, Masuaku come on for Criswell. Right, if Criswell was injured, that's fair enough. But all Masuaku done that second half was give away free kick after free kick
Look,
after
he's
free
great
kick.
at going forward with Masuaku,
Yep.
but we said this before. But he had to come on because Cresswell was injured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But was he injured?
He was injured, mate. He pulled up.
Someone said he was
before
limping
half-time,
off
he
at
pulled-
half-time, yeah.
He was limping up.
I
yeah.
don't see why he would have took him off because he played all right, Criswell. I thought in the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
half.
do no
But
wrong.
I was actually quite happy about the fact because I thought we can get at him because that was the side. Cresswell was everything in the first half, but Masuaku, he's not a great defender, mate. He's fantastic
and
going
the
forward.
thing
He's
is,
great. He's great going forward.
To be honest, if you're playing 3 at the back with a 5 in the middle, that's fine. But we play a flat back 5, and Criswell, out of the two of them, Criswell's a better defender. All right, Criswell hasn't had the best season.
So for
but he's
me,
still a
for
better
you
defender.
personally, do you think what would you have gone for at the back half time?
I would've
I
changed the
think
system.
Bonner could have gone left back.
Yeah.
Done a job out there.
But no, I just would have changed the system, gone 4 at the back.
Yeah.
You take Criswell off, go 4 at the back, and push Masuaku left wing or left midfield. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because you've got Czech, you've got Font at that time, Zabra on the right, Bonner on the left. Which Bonner's played left back before. He's played left back for Italy.
Yeah.
So do that. Masuaku left midfield. So you go 4-4-2. I think sometimes Slav's too cautious to change his system. A lot like Allardyce, he puts out a plan A,
Yeah.
and that's how we're going to play for the 90 minutes, whether it's going right or going wrong. And there's times when you can tinker with it, and that's the time you can. You've got the players on the pitch to just go, right, you know what, right back, centre halves, you move to the left.
Well, I think
we'll
that's the
bring on a
difference between an average manager and a great manager, innit? Great managers know when to. You look at Mourinho, he gets a lot of stick, but he knows how to tamper with the team, change it. You're right, Bilic has only got one way. He hasn't got a plan B. And it proved to stay. I mean, we might as well.
I think he got let down, mate, by his players.
Yeah,
really.
listen, Bilic, I feel sorry for Bilic.
Scott was a bit confused with Zabaleta's centre, not centre,
Yeah,
substitution.
Zabaleta's
But look,
sub,
I said to you, he was on the yellow card from the first half. He'd done that challenge on Zaha anyway, didn't he? And then was it Zaha or was it the other guy he's fouled? But then he snapped Zaha, I think, before, and he'd done a really bad one. And I think the referee was, if he had one more, he was going to be off.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Bilic,
but-
Bilic is probably
is that the
thinking we
right
need him
thing,
for
taking him
Liverpool.
off? I mean, putting Antonio on? I mean, is that the right
Look,
thing?
If you're looking at that sense, right, you've took a left back off for what you class as a left back. You've then took a right back off for a right midfielder to play as a wing back. Which when
But Antonio
going back
can
to
play
last
right back as
season,
well,
He can't play
But
right.
but he can't.
He
He can't play
wing
right back.
No,
we,
no, he
we proved
can't,
that
but-
last season and the season towards the end of the season before. And you're taking off a defender, put a defender on. Do you know what I mean? If you're not going to change the system, you could say Masuaku he was signed as a left back, right? So as much as he's better going forward than he is defensively, that's his job. You can't then take a right back off and put a right winger on or a right midfielder on and expect him to do the same sort of job.
And then we're getting pummeled second half, aren't we?
We were
Yeah,
shit,
I mean,
We're getting pummeled. Joe Hart kept us in there.
Can't even remember us having a shot, to be fair.
The only
Can't
break we
remember
had,
us in their box.
the only break we had, there was 2 breaks we had second half. One at the end, obviously, we discussed in a minute, but I had equalised. But the one before that, there was actually, we had 3 on 2, and there was a pass over the other side
to Lanzini.
Lanzini
I think it was Fernandes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a wrong ball.
Shocking ball.
It was a shocking ball. All we had to do was think, and Lanzini was in.
I'll be honest, I thought Fernandes was poor today.
Yeah, he was.
I thought he was one of our worst players. I said Hernandez done nothing but scored the goal.
He's only
But
playing, mate, because there's no one else to put in there.
again, tinker with the system.
Zabaleta plays centre midfield.
You've kept
City.
Andy Carroll on the bench. Right, as we said, Carroll was poor, but Carroll's got a presence.
Yeah, he
That
offers you
defence,
something, doesn't he?
that defence.
Having
He's got to play
having
midfielder,
someone
mate,
like Andy Carroll on the
but
bench
he changed
today,
the system.
it's a waste.
Of course it is.
It's a waste having someone like him on the bench because he can affect the game even after 60, 70 minutes. Just bring him on.
There's certain games certain players do well with.
Yeah.
Palace, Noble plays in that game. Same as Spurs. Noble play. Whenever we play Spurs, Noble plays because he knows what the game's about. The pitch of Palace, how wide it is suits Noble's game plan. And it would have suited Carroll today.
He then had, obviously, the first substitution. I thought Andy Carroll was getting ready, but you were saying Obiang was getting ready.
Obiang was stripped off, ready to come on.
But obviously then Fonte pulls up injured, doesn't he? Mm-hmm. Yeah, which adds to about 2 or 3 minutes of the 6 minutes. Everyone was questioning why. But yeah, I mean, he pulls up injured, Fonte has to go off. Declan Rice comes on. He's done nothing wrong, Declan Rice, that game. He's come on.
No, he played it right.
I'll be honest.
But
I
obviously,
honestly thought
he
Rice
didn't get
was
the subs
in a
on.
shout at the start, to be fair. Because I thought he had a decent game against Spurs.
He did nothing wrong, yeah.
You know, I thought I'm impressed with him, especially playing actually now he's playing centre back. You know, he impresses me.
I mean, let's move on to the last 6 minutes injury time.
Well, I mean, just bear in mind, Tompkins, Hernandez was down for about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Where apparently
it was probably right. I mean, we're all
didn't.
When you're 2-1 up, you want the full official to put up 30
I
seconds.
thought 4
you
or
know what I mean?
5.
But the
not
thing
6.
is, did they not bring a sub on at half time as well?
I can't
I
remember
don't know,
what
but-
they've done.
So when you take that, I'm sure they made 2 subs. We made 3 subs.
Subs don't count though for
It
added
does.
time, don't they?
Yeah, 30 seconds
30
each
seconds
sub.
every sub. So that's 2.5 minutes. Then you've got
The
Fonte goes down and Hernandez goes down.
Well,
It's
Still-
probably right,
it's
you know.
probably about right, maybe you think
Yeah.
about it.
And
6
then
minutes.
you know, a bit of pressure. We're seeing it out. Down there, in the corner, Antonio in the corner.
95,
All we had to
30,
do,
yeah.
all we had to do was hold that ball there. You know, we've said it on fan cams and we've spoke to on the train. Like, as a football player growing up, don't matter what level you are, you know, hold the ball in the corner, see it out,
Do you know
look
what?
for a foul, boot it in the crowd, whatever. Give them a goal kick.
Yeah.
He's crossed, like I don't know
Tompkins,
what he's done. Like, he's turned and he's crossed it. There's no one there.
No. Lanzini's there unmarked to the back stick.
Yeah, but
Right.
It's an awful
But-
ball.
that's got to that's a Beckham-esque cross to get it to Lanzini
It's
from
just
there.
a fucking decent cross.
Yeah.
There was nothing about it.
This comes back to his
He's gone
passing.
down to that wing, right? All the fucking I'm the bollocks I am. I'm this really good player. I'm the bollocks. I'm the nuts. I'm gonna cross it in. It's a fucking shit cross. And at the end of the day, as much as we were shit in that second half, that decision to cross that ball at that time has cost us the game.
Yeah.
20 seconds left of the game, and he puts a shit ball
The
in.
thing
like
is-
that. It's
I'm not
pathetic.
All he
sticking,
had
I'm
to
not sticking
do-
up for him though, lads. I'm not sticking up for it. Antonio was at fault. I totally agree. But the ball has then got to the other end of our pitch for 120 yards.
Yeah, I know.
And I said this before. There's clever fouls. We don't do nothing.
Noble could have brought him down.
Someone
wouldn't
should
it?
have snapped him. Someone should have snapped. Whoever's got the ball
someone
in,
should have
just snap
snapped
them.
him, Antonio should not have crossed
Yeah.
that fucking
Mate,
ball.
The thing is with
totally agree with
Antonio,
you. Scott, I agree with you.
if Antonio holds that ball up, put it in the corner flag and put his foot on it, barge people off, hold it, give them a free kick in the
What
corner.
he's good at doing.
Yeah, hold the ball on. That's all he had to do.
Look,
But he's messed up. He's
I'll be
messed
honest.
up. But what I'm saying to you is, there's been no challenge to that ball to get the other end. It's gone about 4 or 5 different players. Why has no one snapped him? Just go through the back of someone.
agree.
Be honest.
Get a
I
yellow
mean,
card, get a red card. Doesn't matter. Just slow the game
While we're
down.
on him, I mean, what's your thoughts on Antonio?
I'm fed up with him. Really.
For
am.
me, like, I think he's a good player, but I don't think he's as good as people think he
No,
is.
I totally agree.
I don't-
Since,
But let's be honest
he's
here,
been
it's-
picked, I've said it before. Since he's been picked for England, he's gone backwards.
I like
We haven't
Antonio.
got no one to cover
No,
him.
I
He's
do
injured.
like
And
Antonio, but-
Bilic has got his job at stake, so he's going to put his best
we
players out, yeah?
we are look, as much as I criticise Antonio, right, and I'm probably being a bit harsh on him, but he, like you said, we got no other option.
Yeah.
And he is
I'm
the
not-
player.
He's
sort
been
of-
played
we've
at
been-
75%, 8%.
Yeah. Do you know what?
I'm
getting
not-
injured
like
again.
and it's
it.
making
And he's
him
burning
worse.
them out.
But he does, to me, since he's been picked to play for England, he's just look. It's just my opinion. He just seems to have the wrong attitude.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn on Antonio because I do like Antonio as a player, but I think for me, I mean, he doesn't offer a lot as what some people think he does. I mean, he's this sort of player that gets the ball, runs down the wing, and just tries to cut it in.
Yeah, but-
he's got
but the
nothing
thing is-
about him skill-wise and things like
But
that.
that's what I like about Antonio.
Yeah, so
when
do
he's
I.
running at full pace, driving at people,
Yeah.
He ain't
they
losing that ball.
panic.
He ain't losing that
No,
ball, mate.
but it just seems to be now. He doesn't do that. I don't know whether it's because he's got an injury that
Mate,
they're
he's
playing him. When
look,
he's,
he's
but
been
he just
played
doesn't
injured, Scott.
seem to.
He's been
he
played
doesn't-
injured, mate.
yeah.
He's not full fitness, guys. Honestly.
was-
And he doesn't seem to have the work rate he used to have.
That
And it
that
frustrates
sort
me.
of 20 seconds of him losing that ball has cost us 2 points
Yeah, of
today.
course it has.
And like, if I was Bilic, I'd be dragging him up on that because it's this is what I was saying like to you earlier. People slag Noble off because he goes backwards. It's not that he goes backwards. If you watch Noble, he plays the way he's facing. And when you're brought up as a football player, and even in grassroots as a kid, you play the way you're facing, and people slate him. But if he turns and goes there and loses the ball, you're going to slate him. If he goes back, and this is what I'm saying, it's just basic fucking football.
Yep.
That's all we need. Exactly. Silly little things like holding it in the corner.
Basic football wins us that game.
If he'd have held that in that corner, bars players off and give them a free kick, we'd have had time to set up again. But he's knocked it in. Keeper's got it.
No, keeper's got it, mate.
Tompkins, or whoever it was, smashed it straight downfield, and then they've equalised. And they didn't deserve it. For me, they didn't deserve it.
At the end of the day, out of all our players on that pitch, who's the player you want holding that up in the corner? Antonio.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
he's so
big, strong as an ox, and he can hold two. He's strong enough to hold two players off. And
look,
bad decision on his point.
Roll it onto the corner flag so it stays there and just put your foot on it.
But why,
no one's going to get it.
Why has that ball got down over end? I know he's messed up. He's at fault. I'm not saying he isn't, mate. But what I'm saying is someone's got to snap someone who's got their. I know it's not very nice. We don't do enough clever fouls.
Tactical
sending off. Yeah.
That's what you do. You
tactical. You had a card, mate. Only one who had a card off Zebra went off was Masuaku. Yeah. So it's gone for the whole midfield. No one's actually done anything.
Mate, I totally agree.
I think Noble had a chance to bring someone down, didn't he? And he didn't do it.
I can go back years ago when we beat when we lost to Tottenham, and in the last minute, Konchesky had the chance to pull the foe back.
Yeah.
Konchesky would have got a red card.
I don't slate off Konchesky.
No. I'm just saying, but when he didn't, and the foe going. But if he had done that last minute of the game, he gets sent off. Fair enough, but
you might miss 2 or 3 games.
And of all players to get the equaliser was Zaha. That guy now.
He done fuck all the whole game.
That guy. They bang on about him like something special. He's a cheat. He's a cheat, and he's a Man United reject. You know what I mean? He's a cheat. Yeah. He wound us up St. Crombie, and that's what they do. They go under your skin, don't they? Yeah. There's no word about it, guys. I mean. He was
playing to the crowd, and the thing is, players like that, he's got that through playing for United. He knows how to work a crowd. Like, he's in front of the away end. They're giving him stick. He's going like that. Come on, because you know what's going to happen. You know he was going to score. If anyone was going to score, it was him. And he's equalised, and
4 goals to concede as well, mate.
It's 2-2, you know.
You got to give Palace credit. They could have
2-0
down at half time.
The second half.
I'm going to give them credit. Like for they're on their arse, you know. They're bottom of the league, 1 win all season, you know. 2-0 down at half time against a London rival, and they've come back and 2-2. You know, you got to give them credit. Exactly. Fair play to them.
They
you know,
the second half, mate.
But
massively.
We shouldn't be throwing that game away.
Again, I totally
we
agree.
should be good enough. We've got good enough players. We've got international players out on that pitch to see out games. You've got experience.
I'm just going to talk about 3 games now. We dropped 2 points that game today. Yep. We dropped 2 points against Burnley last minute as well. Cresswell should have took the guy out getting the ball in. I thought that's 2 points down. We was drawing 2-2 again with 10 minutes Southampton with an average got away, yeah. But threw it away last minute again. That's a point for us. That's 5 points there. Add them 5 points on what we got at the moment, 14 points. We're mid-table and we're comfortable. That's going to be a difference between standing up and going down this year.
Yeah, that's it.
We can't keep giving away.
Yeah, I know
We've got to see games out.
I know people are talking about relegation. I don't think we're going to go down, personally.
They always say after 10 games, mate, you multiply what points you got by 4, and that's about where you're going to be, mate. So on that basis, we've got 9 points. We're going to be around about below, just around the 40 mile, mate. We're in a relegation fight.
Don't get me wrong, we're going to be there and thereabouts down there. I don't think we'll go down.
No, but we're going to go down. I think we're going to be in the bottom half of the table. We can't
have this attitude now. For me, this season was all about finishing, like pushing for Europe and all that. But now, I just want to stay in the league. You know, and that's
listen, as a West Ham fan, mate, that's all we ever want.
Yeah,
that's all we ever want. A good cup run and stay in the league. We've grown up with that, haven't we?
We shouldn't be like this, should we?
No, of course we shouldn't. But it's just, I think expectations. People get expectations, and we splashed the cash with Arnautovic and that.
But it's come out again tonight. The bit is like the fact that he won against Spurs and he's drew today. He's like, you know, that he's saved his job.
Right,
what goes on down in?
Let's talk about Bilic, right? He was this time last week. He was given 2 games to save his job. Spurs in the week. Yeah. Well, I mean, we ain't spoken about that. I mean, you've done a post-match point, but I wasn't on it. But look, that unbelievable win. I mean, 2-0 down against Spurs, come back and win 3-2. Don't matter if it's in the fucking Milk Cup, the fucking whatever cup, whatever league game. That's a great win. And then he's got a point against Palace away. I mean, if I'd have said to you this time last week, we're going to beat Spurs in the cup and draw at Palace, we'd have all took that.
The way we played against Brighton.
Yeah,
you
we'd
wouldn't
have all
say
took that.
Of course
Yeah,
you would've,
yeah,
of
but
course
what
you would've.
I said to you, a point away from home is fantastic, yeah. And before the game you offered me, I probably would have took it.
Yeah.
But to be it's the manner in which you get the point during the game.
Yeah,
to
of
be
course it is.
2-0
The
up
problem-
and throw it away, mate. Throw away 2
The problem
points.
with cup games is you don't get points. Like
No.
you'd have preferred the points today, but
It's the
come
manner
on.
in which you get the point.
Beating Spurs.
The fact is, we're 2-0 up half time, and then we throw it away. We throw away 2 points. So, yeah, it's great. But if we'd have been losing, if our way round we're losing, and we get back, it's a great point.
Yeah, it is.
Do you understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's disappointing,
It's
it's
the manner in which
disappointing.
you get the point.
Yeah. But
It feels like a loss, doesn't it?
With-
We've
with
come out
the
a
It
bit
does.
late.
Any last minute goal feels like a loss, whether it's like,
And
especially when it
even that
equalises.
though, mate. Apparently, he scored in 96 minutes, 21 seconds. So why's he letting him? Like, I know they're on the attack and on the ascendancy. They have to let it go. But what? Hold on a minute. We've got 6 minutes added on here. What's going on? I mean,
no.
rules are
When,
rules,
when,
aren't
they,
they?
when,
Fergie
when
time.
they hold it up, it's a minimum of 6 minutes.
Yeah, minimum.
It's not.
That
not,
means they can
that's
add more
6
on.
minutes. Yeah. But
Bollocks.
They should do like rugby when it's just like,
as soon as the ball goes out, that's
as soon as the ball goes out,
Ball
in
out,
80
yeah.
minutes,
Get rid of
done.
it.
Do you think, right, with the 2 games to save his job, that they were counting the Spurs game in there?
Personally, I think they wanted Bilic to. I think
Lose.
they wanted us to lose on Wednesday,
they did, yeah.
and they wanted us to lose today. You see Sullivan's reaction after the game in the cup.
Yeah,
we
the
just
fact
beat
the
Spurs,
fact we beat Spurs, come back for 2
and
goals.
he
wasn't
looked
happy about it.
like someone broke in his house on Christmas Day and pissed on Jack's presents.
Yeah. To be honest, you are bang on there, because when we scored, I think the 3rd goal, they went to him. He didn't look happy.
No.
As a West Ham fan,
'Cause he knows that
didn't look
he's
happy.
gonna save his job.
And then the way he was storming off after the game.
But
he
this
didn't
is what I
look
don't
happy.
understand.
Take
like,
some ownership. Take some.
Why,
take some
why,
balls.
why give the bloke 2 games? Like, this is why I feel sorry for Bilic. Like,
Yeah.
why give him
I've got
2
something.
games? If you don't want him, just sack him. Just fucking sack him.
They
If
don't
you don't
want
want
to
him.
say that, Ryan.
Yeah, I know, but why then don't they just say
Ryan,
he's
look,
there for the season?
Ryan, look,
Why say 2 games?
There are big rumours though that they want Benitez, right? And well, that's the rumours. Yeah, everyone knows about that. Yeah, but the thing is, it's Bilic's got to pay off his wage, all his back
Yeah.
stuff. It's going to cost about 3-4 million, right? Then they've got to pay off if they do want Benitez. They want him before they've got to pay off Benitez's contract. Then and he probably want about 3 for the season. He probably want 3 or 4. It's about 10-12 million. They're not going to spend 10-12
Yeah, I
million.
see what
pound,
I see what you're saying about
money, mate. It's all about money.
Bilic and that, but why
They're
why don't
gambling,
they,
they're
why don't
gambling.
they just say he's there for the season when they back him? Why
Look,
say we've got 2
exactly.
games if they don't want to sack
Exactly.
him?
I'll be
It's
honest.
fucking
right?
I want
Back him.
Bilic gone, right? I've wanted him gone for quite a while now. I'm on that sort of camp, right? But you're right. If they come out and even Bilic come out and says, "I'm here to the end of the season now," right?
Then we know what we've got to deal with.
Let me know what we've got to deal with. But
Yeah.
you're right. Don't keep coming out saying 2 games, and then what's it going to be now?
That's
Apparently-
why I feel
but
sorry
see,
for
I
Bilic.
checked it an hour ago, and
in
they
a
said
way,
that he's
right,
he's
in a
saved
way,
his job for a
I
while.
don't think they've counted the Spurs game as the 2 games. I think the 2 games is Palace and
No,
Liverpool.
they said, didn't
Right,
they?
next
Tottenham
season,
and,
yeah.
and
No,
Tottenham and
I honestly think it's the league game.
and do you know
because
what?
you think if we get stuffed by
You know-
Liverpool,
you know what I'm worried
we've got
about?
the
I
international
said-
break.
I
give them
think
2
they
weeks
said
to get
that.
someone in.
I think they said that because they had no confidence in us winning on Wednesday night. They had no confidence in Bilic on Wednesday night, and they had no confidence in Day. And he's turned around. He's got a great win at Tottenham at Wembley the other night, and he's gone into this game today. We was 2-0 up. They're probably thinking, "What the fuck do we do now?" And he's come out with a draw. You can't. If they sack Bilic tonight, there'd be uproar. Because even me, as much as I want Bilic, not as much as I want Bilic gone, I just think I've got to that stage now where we need a change. I feel sorry for Bilic.
Yeah,
I think
totally
he's
agree.
always been under pressure since day one.
Yep.
I think the fans have always been behind him. But now when you see loyal fans getting on his back, you know that it's time for a change.
Yeah,
You know, when you see fans
yeah.
that have backed him since day one,
Yeah.
that are starting to turn on him, you do need a change. But listen,
I just
your
I just
owners
think,
need to back you.
Yeah, I just think that his days are numbered, and like you said, because the owners haven't backed him,
Right, look.
the team are not.
Do you not think there's no way he can turn it around though?
Right, so but let's
To-
turn-
for
If
him
we,
to-
all right,
for him to
if
turn
we
it
beat
around-
Liverpool next week,
Yeah,
he's had a great few weeks.
of course.
Right,
beat
so-
Spurs, draw up Palace, beat Liverpool.
Right, okay, right, so look, quickly, yeah, just one question first. Bilic in and Bilic out, Scott.
I'm
One or the other. There's no like,
we need a change because for
right,
sake
out, yeah? It's Ryan?
Me personally, I want him out, but
Yeah, right, no.
if he stays, I'll
Yeah,
stick
I've
with
got a
him.
reason
I'm
for
the
this.
same.
I'm out as well. So all 3 of us are out,
Yeah.
yeah, right? But as you said, if they come out and say, look, we're not getting rid of him at the end of the season, Bilic comes out, I'm off in the summer, right? He actually said, you know what, I've got a 2-year-old baby, I'm off in the summer. I want, let's unite the club. I don't. End of the day, we ain't got no choice. If they come out and say he's needed in the summer, we ain't got no choice. We got,
But I think
we'll
the
be
problem
behind
is,
every game anyway.
Yeah, but the
whether
problem
he's in charge or
is
not.
that if he comes out and says, "Do you know what? I'm not going to look to renew my contract at the end of the season," the players ain't going to play for him. They're not playing for him now.
I think you said it.
That is a good point.
You said it the other week.
He can then say to them, "Look, lads, you've got your contracts. I'm here to the thing, and you have a new guy."
Yeah, but
surely the players can't be that sort of stupid, mate. They're going to get paid £70-80 a week still.
Modern day footballers don't give a shit because at the end of the day, they've got their contract. Right, they've got their 128 grand a week. Whether we finish first in the Premier League or 20th in the Premier League, I don't give a fuck.
The way you sum up,
relegated,
they get paid off.
The way you sum up whether you've got a good manager or not, I think you said it the other week. If Wenger, Pochettino, and Mourinho got the sack tonight, they could walk into any Premier League club.
Of course they do.
Bilic gets sacked tonight. Could he manage in the Premier League anymore?
Probably not, but he would.
Well, no, they wouldn't.
Because at the end, but
no team would take him.
He wouldn't, because the only reason he come to West Ham was because he was second, third choice.
No, he was fifth choice. Right?
Fifth, whatever he was, and he had that connection with West Ham. And let's be honest, as much as we hate to mention his name, Pint dragged Bilic through that season at the Bowling. Pint and Noble dragged him through that season. Bilic, listen, I don't want to slag Bilic off.
If we had Payet actually wanting to play for the club last season, we wouldn't be having this.
This is what I'm saying. I do not want to slag Bilic off because I like him. I've met him a couple of times on a personal level, and
I love Bilic.
I think he's a great bloke, and you can tell he loves the club. But it's just listen, I love the club, but I'm not tactically fucking going to tell people what to do.
Something along the lines in between that first season and the start of his second season has gone wrong. Personally, I think from what
I know exactly what it is, Scott.
He's been too soft
I'll tell you exactly what it is
after the first season.
I'll tell you exactly what it is. He's been let down by the board.
And the players.
Yeah, the board have let him down big time.
So when he goes, if he does go in the summer, like that's going to be the option anyway. He will be gone in the summer, right? And if he doesn't go before then, what managers want to come in? I said this before, lads. What managers want to come in and work for them?
Well, this is.
I wouldn't work for him.
This goes
if I was
back,
manager.
This goes back to Everett Grant,
mate.
doesn't it? This goes back to Everett Grant. Everett Grant was out the door coming to January. Martin O'Neill was going to get the job. Martin O'Neill then saw how they treated their managers and said, "Ain't working for you the way you treat your managers," and I make him right. Why would you want to work for them? I wouldn't. Because
we've got the worst owners in the Premier League. Yeah. I'm quite comfortable saying that, mate.
Probably not the worst.
I don't know.
Top 3 worst owners. Let's be reasonable.
People like you're either pro ball or you're pro not. I'm not either. I'm in the middle. Like I'm happy that we're run by West Ham fans. I don't agree with how they run the club, but I'd rather be run by them than people that didn't give a fuck.
In a way, the only thing
it's one of them ones, isn't it? Like if the ball went tomorrow,
I'd be happy about it.
It wouldn't really bother me. I'd be like, all right, I wouldn't be upset.
The only thing I can stick up for the board in the sense of one way they run the club is we were in fucking ruins when they took us over.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, mate. But Scott, let's not go there, mate, because the thing is they've increased their original investment to £6.
No, it's not a bad thing.
That's
what I'm saying.
This is what I'm saying about like people slate Karen Brady,
right? We can talk about things like this because we're all mates. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's got different opinions about things.
People slate Karen Brady, right? But some people slate her and don't even know why they're slating her. They're just slating her because they associate her with the board. She's not got nothing to do with transfer dealings and that. She's the marketing. Yeah. So people will slag her off because she's in with Golden Sullivan. That's why she gets slagged off. And like sometimes, that's what I'm saying. So if you sit down and actually say to people, so why do you hate the board? They can't tell you an answer because they only follow why. They hear other people saying it, so they thought, oh, we jump on that. Yeah, I hate the fucking board. I hate Brady. I hate this. I hate that. Because other people are saying it. People have got their reasons why they hate the board. I don't hate the board, but I don't agree with how they run the club.
Yeah, I don't hate anyone.
I don't hate them.
I want them at the club. I've had enough of them, mate. You know what I mean, this is it.
That's
my opinion.
But then, unless a rich Arab or whoever American is going to come in and pump billions of pounds in the club and turn us into a Man City, who else would you want to run the club?
But Ryan, what I'm saying to you is, mate, they're not even investing the money that we're actually meant to be investing in the club.
Yeah, I know that, but listen, at the end of the day, it's not our money. It's easy for us to say, do this, do that. It's not our money.
No, cool.
It's not our money. And we would say, like, spend this, spend that. Yeah. I mean, Nicky sits there and he says it, spend this, spend that. It's difficult sometimes because we don't know behind the scenes what's actually going on. We don't know what money. People say, oh, you got the Pint money. You got this, you got that. But we don't actually know that we've actually got that money available.
The thing that frustrates me, big time, is...
I'd love for our owners to go out and splash the cash. And
but it doesn't always work splashing the cash.
No,
right?
no,
You've seen that. You've seen that. Like, you could say Portsmouth, for example, like, they got an FA Cup out of it, but now look at them. Where are they?
I'll take that.
But that's what I'm saying. You take that, but when you've got a team like Everton spending £149 million.
Yeah, but they're the 90.
But that doesn't always work out.
But that's you're telling me we haven't got the money to do that. Whether they got 100 million for Lukaku or not, before they even got the 100 million, they forked out nigh on 25 million for Schneiderlin in a January transfer window, signed another player for 25 million. You can't tell me that just because they knew they were going to be selling Lukaku, that's why they went and splashed the cash. And now we know for a fact our board have got that money.
I think what the problem is, right? You got your top, your ones, the one Man City's, Man United.
You got your top six.
They're marketing, even in Spurs and now. I mean, they're often a different sort of league, really. So you've then got, they're in their own Premier League, right? But then what I'm saying to you is how the 7th, 8th, 9th sort of positions are going to be decided. How the hell they spend the money to get there?
No. When you went and got your season ticket, the first time in that reservation centre, what did they tell you,
mate?
When we move to the stadium, we'll be up with the top six.
I don't want them there, mate.
This is their marketing fuck up because they say things and they shouldn't. If they would have said, look, we're going to move from the Bowling to the London Stadium, we're going to settle in, we're going to try to build to make us a top 10, top 8 team, and then over the years. But where they turned around and said we're going to go from we're going to go into a world-class stadium. We're going to sign we're going to sign world-class players.
Come on, you are.
We're going to compete with the top 4. We are a million miles away from competing with the top 4. We're not even good enough to compete with the top fucking 6.
We're just about competing with the
We're
fucking
just about
bottom 4.
competing.
Yeah.
We can, the top 8 is even at the moment.
It's
But we have got the players to do it. It only takes.
Do you know what the annoying thing is? When you look on paper at our squad,
Let's be honest, right? We nearly got Champions
League
League
football. I keep hearing this of
football,
everyone, mate, about
right?
this paper, like,
but
on paper.
It is.
Yeah, but the thing is,
that's it. It's on paper.
That reminds me of the team.
Football's
We're too good to go down.
Football's played on grass, not paper.
Listen,
You know what this season reminds me of? That season. It also reminds me of when was it Wigan?
The Roda season.
Wigan won a cup and got relegated.
Listen, the difference between that season when we went under a Roda is we had fighters in that team like Sinclair.
Yeah.
We had Di Canio. We had Defoe. We had Les Ferdinand. We had Carrick. We had winners in that team, and
we had a backbone of English players.
We had Edouard Cissé.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you remember him? Fucking, I don't even know how that name got in my head. I just picture him.
But you know what I mean? When you're down in the dumps, having that backbone of English players, you know what it means.
Do you know what though? We have got winners in that dressing room. I mean, I can't imagine Gin sitting there fucking. I mean, we heard the stories the other day about Gin and Noble.
Backbone of British players, sorry, not English players.
Yeah, we have got. I mean, Joe, I can imagine him being very vocal in there. I
just watched an interview, mate, of him after the game, and
he's a winner though. He's a winner, Tom, and this is what makes me laugh.
And the thing is, it must fuck him off because he's come here and he's.
Do you know what fucks him off,
Scott? He ain't done a lot wrong.
Scott, do you know what fucks him off is that he's with us on loan. 15? Yes, he's our player. Yeah. But let's be honest, he should be at fucking Man City cruising at the top of the league.
Of course he should.
But he don't. He's come here. He wants a win, just like Zabaleta. Zabaleta wants a win. All these new players that come in, apart from Arnautovic, for me, Arnautovic is. I don't know what's about that bloke.
Arnautovic is a
Sacco,
luxury.
don't even fucking get me started.
Oh, mate, he's gone off the wobble.
Arnautovic is a luxury at the moment we can't afford.
Let me tell you about Sacco. That geezer does not even deserve to fucking train with our club. He don't even deserve to have West Ham associated with his name. He's a prick. He is an absolute prick. The geezer, right? He had his chance. He had a chance to fucking start last week against Brighton. But he faked a back injury. We know he did.
Right,
we know he did. He's on French TV giving it, I don't want to be here.
Hold on. How did we know, that we think he should have started? Because we know that Hernandez went for the MRI and Carroll.
There's rumours that players don't get on with
But
Bilic.
how do you know that Bilic didn't turn around and say to him, Hernandez is starting up top on his own?
Scott, even if he did, mate, he should have sat on that fucking
Totally
bench.
agree. He shouldn't.
He should have sat on that bench.
Totally
the
agree.
geezer, listen, I can't believe there's actually fans out there that back him and they keep backing him every fucking week. The bloke is an absolute joke. He's been a joke since Bristol when we fucking beat him in the cup. He's been an absolute fucking joke. He does not want to be at the club.
Fuck
him off.
Of course, you don't want to be.
Fuck him off. I would rather have
I have to
a
sack him.
fucking
But you can't.
15-year-old
This
youth
is the
player
thing.
Do you want to turn that
who wants to
contract?
give his
Sign now,
heart.
right? See you later.
Yeah,
Fuck
but,
him.
But that's the problem. Again, this is the problem with modern day football.
People-
a player does that, you can't sack him.
Honestly, he's a great player. On his day, he's a good player. He's a goal scorer. But he thinks he's better than what he is. He wants to fuck off to France. What's he going to do in France? What is he going to do in France? Let's be honest.
Look,
How any player in this world would not want to play in the Premier League?
of course,
Is
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Honestly,
but
Payet done the same thing.
Yep.
When do we hear about him now?
You don't
When
do
do you
fuck all
hear
then.
about him? You don't. And he made the biggest mistake of his
But
life.
as I said this on a previous post-match point. With Sacco, no matter what he did, whether he played well, whether he didn't play or whatever, each time he could have scored 20 goals in a season. All it was we get another striker. We're looking to get a striker.
the thing is with Sacco,
and you're going to get fed up at the end of the
but-
day. But it's
yeah,
the way you do. It's the way you do
get
it.
fed up, Scott. You can get fed up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
fair
it's
enough.
the way you deal with it.
That's exactly
his
it.
problem.
Don't throw your fucking toys out the
Exactly.
pram. Refuse to play. Refuse to train. Go and book your own medical. Fuck off on holiday. Go and book a cruise. Fuck off and do your Christmas shopping when you should be training at Chad or wherever we are, Rush fucking Green. Getting yourself in the team, score goals. He was starting to get a little bit of form back.
Of course he was.
He was
looking
starting to
good.
look like the old Sacco,
Yeah.
and fans were actually turning, thinking, do you know what?
After he
Whatever's
scored that
gone
goal
on,
against Swansea,
whatever's gone on,
when he come against Burnley,
because football fans, as football fans,
He's burnt all bridges.
we are
hasn't he?
fickle.
Yes.
We are
He's burnt
fickle.
all.
We are fickle fucks. Every football fan. We could boo one player 1 minute. Half time at Wembley, Scott. Fucking hell. Oh mate, we was go. Are you this? Are you that? he was like a god at
Man of the
night, and
match, yeah.
honestly, that's
But
how
that-
we are as
yeah.
football fans. And but I don't want Sacco anywhere near that first team.
The problem,
I do not want him anywhere near
The
it.
problem is that he is a West Ham player.
Not in my eyes, he ain't, mate.
But we're paying,
He can
him,
go fuck
we're paying him a
himself.
wage.
Well,
I won't pay his wages.
But that's
if I went in
that's it,
work
you
and I
can't.
sat down on my desk and I said to my boss,
I'm refusing
I ain't
to
doing
do
no
that,
fucking
yeah.
work.
You wouldn't get paid.
I wouldn't get paid. If I was David Golden Sullivan, I'll
I'm pretty
say,
sure the old what you call
Look, at the end of the day, I
when you
guarantee
go to, like,
when-
tribunal,
if,
they
if,
stick up
Golden
here.
Sullivan, if Golden Sullivan come out
Sack him.
tomorrow and sacked him, yeah,
Listen.
they'd be straight up fucking him and thingy with what's his face on the fucking PFA. Be straight up to that legal team. Now you got to pay out his contract.
do you know what? I'm biased
Why?
because I'm a West Ham fan,
Why?
right? But he is a fucking great club. He's at a great club. He's got a great fan base behind him. He could have gone on to be a fucking great player for West Ham. That season when he first come over with Big Sam, him and Valencia, great player. Yes, injuries, but then he always had that in him. Even the last season at Bowling when he played, he scored it like in the last game at the Bowling.
yeah.
You know, he's got that in his locker, but his attitude stinks, and I can't have players like that at the club. I don't like players like that.
I totally
can't
agree.
back players
But
like that.
Do you think it's because of the way modern day football is? Yeah, I know I keep banging about modern day, but because of the way it is, the players have more power than anyone else.
Of course they do.
Which is bollocks. Like you
Scott,
said,
football
if-
is the only, like, Bilic could relegate us tomorrow, right? But he could fuck off next week and go to a better job.
Of course.
And we're stuck down now. Footballers, you can chuck a footballer out of a club, he can go to another one next week like that and get paid more money.
That's it. And that's what's wrong with football.
They're pampered tarts, mate. They're
Totally agree,
pampered
mate.
tarts.
Totally agree. That is a problem. They don't.
They're overpaid.
They don't have to earn the money they're being paid. Do you get what I mean? They don't have to go out there and actually
the
earn
only
it.
place you hurt footballers is in the wallet, right? That's all
Exactly.
they care about is money,
Yep.
right? So they need to start writing contracts up to fine them.
This
That
is
they're
why-
liable for like millions and millions.
this is why
of pounds, right?
I'll get
And then
egged.
I guarantee you now. They knew if Saka knew like he get to the stage where he's going to have to pay a £5 or £6 million fine, he couldn't afford to do that. He had to stay, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
So he had to bite the thing. And if you don't, if you then start kicking up, you then get like fines.
but then
why can't they write contracts like
The
that?
problem is, where do you draw the line? Right. You've got to stay. Right. We don't want to sell you. You've got to stay. So right in your contract, what does it say? Well, right, when you're fit, you're
Mate,
going to play.
yeah, but what I'm
if the
saying is-
manager don't pick, if you just put the minimal amount of effort, you're at training every time. You put the minimal amount, you ain't going to get picked. So you're still earning your
An
money for doing
instant
fuck
was
all.
Pyatt's contract, right? It was on what 100, his bonus 125k a week, right? And he signed that 5-year deal with us, and after 6 months out, it was gone. So basically, he put a rule in there. Then what? You're on like £7 million a year, whatever it is. So you've got £35 million contract left. Well, you have to pay 40% of it, 50% of your contract to go out. You've got to pay it, not the club. You've got to pay it. Can you imagine he ain't going to send
Thing
it
is,
quid.
I'm
But then you end up with
disappointed.
an
Mason signed his
unhappy player.
contract. Think about signing his long-term
but
contracts.
then you have an
ridiculous
unhappy
money.
player.
I'm disappointed in Sacco because he had a real chance to push for that first team start, you know, because he just come off the back of scoring against Swansea, the winner.
That's it now. He's
You
burned
know,
all his bridges,
yeah,
mate.
for me, like,
That's it.
do you know what? Even if he don't get sold in January, I'd just leave him to rot. Just let him fucking do what he want to do. Just don't.
He's on a pittance anyway. Just keep paying to him and just get rid of him. So, by the way,
You know,
see you later. Thanks.
I don't, like I said on the last post-match pint I was on, I don't know what he's got over Sullivan and Gold, because they seem to always back him and pay rise him. Like, he's got something over him. He must have caught them doing something naughty, or you know what I mean? He's got evidence or something, because
Been one of them type of wild parties.
they just keep giving him a pay rise. Like, I've never known anything like it. But anyway, fuck that go.
He didn't get a pay rise, Ryan. He basically he gets an appearance on the bench, and an appearance if he comes off as a sub. Because that was one of the reasons why he's one of the lowest paid in the Premier League. I think I honestly think even Reece Oxford's on more money weekly than him.
Fucking Oxford.
Yeah, honestly, mate, he's one of the lowest paid players in the Premier League. But he got like a 15 or 20 grand appearance.
Tom,
fee,
he's been at West Ham.
So
When did he sign for us?
He
He signed for us in 2014.
Mate, honestly,
right?
he's on a pittance, dude. Honestly,
He's had
not on
about
a great money.
17 pay rises since he signed for this club. I don't believe
Still,
that.
there's no way he's on less than Oxford.
No.
He might be on about 20, 30, 30k.
he's on more
Now.
than
It's
that,
not.
mate.
It's not a massive wage for a footballer.
Well,
I'm not sticking up for him.
No,
Not always an
no,
idiot.
I'm just saying.
What
Yeah,
I'm saying to you is he's not on a great money.
That ain't a
It's not
lot.
great money.
That ain't a lot for someone who's been in and around.
Which is what part of the problem is, apparently. Part of the problem is he's not enough money and he's in a bit of money problem.
We'll let him go to France in January, and then that's the end of that
Get rid of
saga.
him.
But then that's the thing. If he is on a pittance contract and he wants more money, play. Go out
Doesn't
there.
make sense, yeah, 'cause
Play.
that's
Give
what I'm saying, the new deal
110%, put
we
a ball in
got-
the back of the net.
the new-
Then they're going to go, well, here we go. There's money. Chuck it out. You know what I
the
mean?
new deal we got, he's still in his value, so the new deal we got, he gets like an extra 10 grand sitting on the bench, and then he gets another 15k.
I wouldn't mind 10 grand sitting on the bench.
That's what I'm
He
saying
just make
to you.
problems.
So there's something
He just
seriously
make
gone wrong, because obviously he ain't even doing that. He's done wrong that.
Listen, he was on that French TV the other day, and he was basically
was
saying
it.
he don't want to be here. Then, see you later. Au revoir. Bonjour. Hell boy.
Reba Bertree.
Well, the hat's back. We ain't mentioned the hat yet.
Peaky Blinders.
Fuck off. I like the hat. I like the hat. The hat's staying. Win,
Lose, or draw.
yeah, I've lost
Twitter
one
bar.
and drew in this hat, so whatever, Liverpool's going to decide whether I keep it or not. If we win, that's it all season. Right, anything else to talk about, Scott?
Yeah, mate. See it, feet.
Anything else, Tom?
Roll on it. I'm disappointed.
Disappointed. Who was your man of the match for us then? Our man.
Joe Hart.
Yeah, I think Joe Hart.
Joe
He's
Hart
done
for
some
me.
blinding saves today, didn't he?
Joe Hart, I thought, yeah, Joe Hart, I thought...
Lanzini needs a
had
grab here,
decent
mate.
game.
No, he needs a grab here. And the
Yeah,
challenge is the back
no,
half.
I thought had a decent game. The back, I thought Colin...
So Joe Hart,
I
you
wish
agree with
Colin
Joe Hart?
was
Man, that's
Fine.
the best player for us, wasn't it?
Be fair, he's the only one that really stood out of all of them. Joe
there.
Hart.
All right, point.
Yeah, all right. No.
Start of the game is a good point. End of the game is a bad point. So exactly the same as Burnley.
Who we got next week? Oh, Liverpool and Sky. Are we on Sky?
Yep, F5 or BT.
Half
Wasn't
time
it?
kick off, yeah.
I hate live TV games. We're always shit, well, apart from Wednesday. We always get a good ironing, don't we?
We'll clippity clop.
Especially when we're at home.
This is the thing. Like, just quickly before we go,
Go.
it's Liverpool, innit? Jekyll and Hyde team, because Liverpool could turn up and trounce us 3 or 4-0, or we could actually turn up and beat them 2 or 3-0. It's one of them games, innit? Like, you don't know what Liverpool's turning up. And I see earlier that Lallana's back in training now. I'm thinking, you bastard, just in time for us. But personally, I think we've got enough to beat them. I do think we've got enough to beat Liverpool. Yeah. I don't think Liverpool are as good as we think they are. They're a beatable team.
Oh yeah.
But
they've proved that.
our 11 players that start that game have to turn up. They have to be 110% on that fucking game, because you can't give Liverpool any
Talk about
any
the
time
Liverpool
on that
game,
ball.
mate. Look, we're at the late kick-off on a Saturday. There's going to probably be teams that are below us, including Palace probably. They're going to start, and so our players will know if they're in the bottom 3 or not going into that game.
Yeah.
That could affect them.
Yeah,
I hope it does. I mean, for the
The thing
good.
is, it's
Kick up the arse.
it's going to be a tough game. Like you said, it is a game that we can win. If we turn up, Liverpool struggle because they've got no Mane.
That's a good point. I forgot
You know,
about that, yeah.
that's
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah,
But
but
It does.
They've
I know
still
the
got that,
lineup,
what's
but
his name?
Mane.
They've still got
What's,
Coutinho,
Say you've got Coutinho,
Firmino,
but
Take out last
Mane
season.
makes them tick.
Salah. I mean, what his name is? Salah, is it? There's
Take
still
out
some
last
quality
season. We've
players.
had quite a decent home record against Liverpool the last couple of years, haven't we? So it's
Liverpool's issue is defence. We've got to have enough to
Yeah.
get out of the defence.
yeah.
To be
Our
fair-
issue is our defence as well. So it could be 8-0.
Easily.
Ain't going to score 8,
Again,
mate.
to be honest, with their defence, you start Carroll and you start Hernandez together up top.
Why is nothing to get dropped, mate?
Oh,
He
you can play out
can't
wide.
play on the wing, mate. He's been
Right,
playing well
then,
up front.
Then play the diamond midfield and put him as your tippy.
Why not play Ayew and Carroll then? Drop
Play out,
Menendez.
yeah. Bring Hernandez off the bench.
Or bring Sacco.
That's not a problem to worry about.
With the way Liverpool defend and how poor they are defensively, or how shaky they are defensively, I should say. Carroll's your man.
Yeah, Carroll,
Bullis-
especially the
Bullis-
like. I mean,
review.
Oh yeah, preview, yeah.
Lovren after last week, he got slated. Then he made a couple of mistakes, and
How'd they get on today?
1-3-0. 0-0 half time. Then 1-3-0.
There you go. It's Jekyll and Hyde, same as us.
yeah,
Same as
so
us.
it's gonna be Jekyll and Hyde
anything
versus
else?
fucking Pat and Frank.
You want to watch the boxing, didn't you?
I
Anything
want
else?
to watch
yeah.
the boxing. Yeah, what's time? Joshua will be on in an hour. Let's wrap it up. Yeah. Done?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
No more?
Yeah, no,
Done,
that's
yeah?
it, mate. I think we covered
Still got a bit of
everything.
beer, mate.
Busy fucking week this week, boss, I tell you.
Yeah, it was a great week.
Good week.
Well,
Well, started
could have
shit,
been.
got
Could have been
better.
a great week.
It was like that when it down here, up there, and
Roller
it's like
coaster, mate.
evened off, you know.
Right. Thank you so much for joining us on this edition of West Ham Fan TV's post-match pint show. Scott, do all the what are we on the Instagram?
Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Volley, Instagram, Snapchat. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, which you're watching this on anyway. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Click the bell so you get notifications when any other videos go up. I'll be back with my preview probably Thursday. Ryan will be back with his top fives. Dan will be around on Friday with his show.
You've got your Thames Ironworks got a video going this week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well-
Oh, yeah, check out our Thames Ironworks stuff. The boys have got a game tomorrow. Yeah, make sure you check that one out. I think, Dan, when's the next one going up? Next game?
Tomorrow-ish. Monday.
Hopefully they'll have a game up on Sunday for
Where's
you to
Graham?
watch, so check that. Graham's-
Nicky will be back with her musings in the next 6 months. Graham will be back with her on the social.
He's done
in
his,
the
he's
next
done
6
his,
months.
he's done his one post-match pint for a year.
Yeah, Graham
so-
made an appearance. I was gutted I missed his appearance.
Yeah.
He sat right in this chair.
I know.
Wanker.
As I said, if people, I know a lot of people have been asking if you didn't.
Yeah, I miss Graham. I missed his appearance.
Yeah, no, he come back. But anyone that didn't check out the Tottenham post-match pint, Graham's now managing Thames Ironworks, so he can't commit to doing post-match pint.
Graham out.
Yeah, as he did. So yeah, that's why he's not been on that much. Well, he's been on.
I miss him.
2 post-match pints, hasn't he?
Well, you
Has
get
he
a lot
done
more
2?
guests every
He's
week,
done
won't
2.
you?
Yeah, we're going to get some more guests in, get some decent ones.
Yeah, not like me. Strawberry blonde.
No, you're alright. I like you, Tom. You're like a young Dolph
Cess on.
Lundgren. Cess over there, look, Thames
Start getting the
Ironworks.
Thames
player.
Ironworks players on, mate, one every time.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's it, mate.
Well, we'll leave it there, Tom. It's been a long one. But look, great point. Well, not a great point. It's a point at Palace. Well, fuck it, I don't know. We'll leave it there. One thing left to say. Come on, you irons.